The thing is I just include your information. Like
Yeah.
literally, I'll be like, okay, the you know, usually it starts at the front door, and I'll be
Yep.
like, okay, I walked in the front door. Go ahead and hit your timer.
Okay.
I walked in the front door, and there's a rug there. I recommend getting rid of the rug. Have Blaine come out and do a half
Yeah.
moon inside of the door, right? And
Yeah.
then before you know it, I'm going through and I'm like, okay, in the kitchen, in the bathroom,
Yeah.
everything like that. I put your name down because I don't want them putting anything extra on top of that flooring. I
Yeah.
actually want them to remove the stuff from the flooring
Correct.
and get some kind of texture there,
Yep.
so that it's not a trip hazard, it's not a slip
Right.
hazard. It
Yep.
doesn't do any good to create a trip hazard out of a slip hazard,
Correct.
right?
Yep.
Welcome back, everybody. This is our fifth and final segment of 7 Minutes for Seniors. I'm Chris with Modified Independence. This is Blain Moos with Don't Slip. Go back and check out the other episodes if you haven't seen them. He gets to talk about all the great things that his product and technique does to make all kinds of surfaces safer and slip resistant. So feel free to go back and check those out. Check out his social media, everything. So fifth segment, always like to think about the future.
Yep.
Okay, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube,
Right.
right? So first of all, if I could introduce you to anybody, living, dead, fictitious, I don't care. I don't care. If I could introduce you to anybody, who would it be and why?
You mean in terms of like just wanting to meet, like
Anybody for professional reasons, personal reasons.
Oh man.
Some people want to meet somebody to further their business. Some people want to meet somebody to,
Yeah.
like the last person I interviewed wanted to meet the uncle that she was named after.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool. But I'd love to know like one of the earlier presidents, like Abraham Lincoln, just somebody like that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's so much history, and I mean, we always talk about social media and how it's been, it's blowing everything up, man. I would love to go back to a simple time when life was different and like just get in someone's head like that had that mindset.
Right.
Yeah.
So would you
But
go
just
back?
being resilient.
So talking about a past president, and I've always wanted to ask this question. I finally remember to ask it. So if you were to meet Abraham Lincoln,
Yeah.
would you go back to Abraham Lincoln times to find out his thought process, or would you bring Abraham Lincoln forward to now?
That's no. I'd go back.
You'd go back?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Simpler times. I mean, at the time, imagine having the knowledge we have now and all this, and it's sort of like Back to the Future.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
It goes back, right?
Yeah.
And you have the knowledge of current, and you go back. It's so different.
It would be hard to go back and not be like, don't go to Ford Theater, right?
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
That would be the hard part because obviously you don't want to Bill and Ted it and mess up history, right? Yep. But I've always thought about that, like, because a lot of people they would go back to meet somebody from the past, but is it really? Would you really be going back, or would you bring somebody forward?
No, that's great.
Because if you're trying to get their perspective on how bad things are, if is pejorative, but I mean, is it really that bad, or is it
right?
Or are we bringing somebody
it's perspective?
Right.
Everything is.
Yeah. Because I don't know, we're sitting in air conditioning in Florida right now. Yeah. I'm pretty sure if you went back to 1860 and we were sitting here, it'd be pretty uncomfortable.
There you go.
All right. So Abraham Lincoln, one of those older presidents. Okay. And where are you in 5 years?
5 years. I'm still owning this business 100%. Hopefully I have a few employees and I have a crew or two that are just out. And I just love what I do. Like I have a passion for it, for helping people.
Yeah.
And I shared with you in one of the other segments, I do a lot of pool decks. So I'm really part of people's extension outside of work. When you like people and you like dealing with them, or you like helping them, right? Like genuinely helping them. I don't see anything ever doing something different.
Okay. So do you have any employees now?
I have a couple part-time guys that help me just on larger jobs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Otherwise it's just you.
Yeah. And I like it that way. A lot of times, think about the customer who gets the quote, and then this whole person they've never met, or 3 or 4 people come out that, they can't communicate correctly, or, the customer, I mean, I see their vision when I'm there. Right. And so I know exactly we're all on the same page. There's nothing to be miscommunicated. So I have a great appreciation for that.
That's why so many of us that own our own business, especially if we do something unique,
we
tend to be micromanagers, because if you're gonna work for me, then I need you to do it the way that I would do it.
Right.
Right.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. So sole proprietor,
Yep.
working on your own.
Yeah, man. I
5
love
years from now, hopefully have a few employees.
Yeah.
Right.
that care just like me.
Yeah. All right. So where are you in 20 years?
12.
Is this franchised? Like, what
no,
are you doing?
Nope, it's
No?
just me.
Still just
Yeah.
you?
I'm training somebody to do what I do 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then sitting back and maybe making a little bit of
Well,
residuals off.
hopefully it happens before 20.
Yeah. What would you do when you retired?
Man, I love to work. So I will always do something. I
Yeah.
will always be involved, whether it's, serve the community at some capacity.
You can run for public office?
No,
Is that what I heard?
No, not serve the community, serve good people.
Oh, I got it. Well, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I really appreciate
Yeah,
you. Thank
Chris,
you for
thank
having
you.
me to your house.
Yeah, man.
And I literally showed up and the tablecloth was on the table.
Yeah.
He was ready to go. He has the shirt on. Whenever I see you at a gas station, I always know it's you.
Yeah.
So if you haven't checked out the other segments, make sure you go back and check them out. If you have any questions about what Blain does and how he does it, feel free to reach out to him. His contact information is coming up. If you have questions for me about why I recommend Blain, it should be self-explanatory. Like, we can exercise the daylights out of people. We can put grab bars up. We can put shower chairs in. But there is a moment. There is always a moment where somebody is standing on a slippery surface. And if we can remove those surfaces, we can remove those slip hazards, and not make it to where we have to worry about mold and mildew getting in there and everything, then that's a big deal, because these folks, they can't pick their feet up to get in the tub, also can't bend over to clean that tub out. So I really appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Y'all enjoy. Have a great day, and go check him out. All right.
Yep.
Have a good day.
All right. Thank you.